Hey, hello. I figured I'd do it this way. Had a StreamYard set up. But since Mahoneygate was founded by Banana Laser, Banana Laser wins every time. So yeah, I've been guess send invites to people here. All right, I'm back. So yeah, so yeah, 10 years ago, Mahoneygate was created by this wonderful group that I now call a bunch of friends. But back in the day, it wasn't always so nice, was it? Yeah, yours truly was kind of a dictator. No, not kind of. I was. I remember watching the episode 31, or listening to it, the Tale of Two Fathers, and Dave Z hit it right on the nose when he said it was a cult. Like, and at the time, I didn't think he was right, but the more I thought about it, like, I was obsessed with the Manson family. A lot of people don't realize, but when I was a kid, um, one of my reports I had to do like this. It was like a year-end report that was like going to be accountable for like half my grade, and we had to pick a topic from the 60s or the 70s, and I ended up choosing the Manson story, and so I actually became fixated on like what made Charlie tick. A lot of people don't know that, but like, so I end up getting like a A minus on my report. And every time someone talks about Manson or there's a Manson movie, I'm like watching it. So I guess you could say there's a small tie-in there to how I was back in the day. I was kind of fixated um, on Charlie. You know, so and I am still sitting here inviting members of the Banana Laser. So if you're getting an invite, you're not sure why, just look at the title. Anyone who's been around the Laser Nation for 10 plus years knows who I am, or at least knows my name. You might have never met me, so but here I am in the flesh, baby. So, so I'm gonna be like in and out. I'm just trying to grab some people to join. So if you don't hear from me, I will definitely be back. Not that you're gonna hear me because I'm not really here. Uh, just seeing if people. Okay, we're back. I'm paused. So I just reached out to a few people who remember the situation. Reached out to Mr. Johnny Gore. Reached out to Cody Robinson, Travis Christian. See if anybody pops up. It'd be kind of cool, you know. I don't even know how many people I could have on live. We'll see. But yeah, so I was obsessed with like the Manson cult. Not so much Charlie in particular, just like it, it's weird. You know, it's like referring to me as a dictator and a cult. And here's the thing: is it's not far from the truth. When I was opening all my horror groups, I was talking about how things have to be run like this, things have to be run like that. And instead of letting like free flow, I was kind of dictating how the conversation went. So, in a strange sense of way, I was like that Jim Jones, David Koresh type, uh, but with the cult like Manson, where I had people follow me. Like, not that, yeah, Manson used to target the kids who were like the vulnerable. That wasn't me. I just kind of, I guess, try to take over everybody's thoughts and minds, and it's weird. It's weird. So that all these years later, especially it was like a year and a half after this all originally happened, I became friends with a lot of them, and I'm still friends with a lot of them today. And it's so funny how our relationship started, where we weren't always so friendly towards each other. Um, I don't even know if like these Facebook Lives even let me know when someone wants to join. So I think it gives them an option to like want to join the live, and so let's see, request, okay, and then share. Okay, yeah, I think it gives me like a notification if somebody's in the chat or makes a comment. Yeah, it says comments will appear here. But yeah, it's weird how this all started over too. It was a meme of Friday the 13th Part 2, and I don't know. It's weird how sometimes you find your friendships, and you know how disagreements and arguments begin. And I can say for sure that all these years later, it was 100% my fault that this all started. Our good friend Alex Edwards, meant no harm with that, and he hit it right on the head. Is My wife at the time, she was in a wheelchair, and I guess it was such a sensitive subject, but it got drawn off too long on my half, and especially with the thousand rules I had, as our good friend Matt Wazell pointed out. I re-listened to Tale of Two Fathers, and I this was just yesterday actually, because our good friend Cody Robinson let me know that today was the 10 years. Wow, 10 years of Mahoneygate. Who would ever known? And what's funny is I actually go by the moniker of Father Mahoney these days now too, and off of the strength of what happened. And I remember after our feud ended, I remember talking to Dave Z, and Dave Z was asking if we could just continue using the Father Mahoney name, as kind of a character, and I was all for it. I was like, yeah, like I'm recognized for something. Like, Jane and Silent Bob had their comic book, and it's when I liked it when Jane and Silent Bob got offended by people saying shit about Jane and Silent Bob and not just themselves. And I was like that, I guess, in the beginning when they used to follow the Mahoney thing. And yeah, I used to get a little offended, but it was all in good fun, and it became such an integral part of Banana Laser and the Skeleton Crew. The Lasers Nation, Lasers, the Laser Nation in the Boneheads, you know, all became one. And honestly, how everyone came to the defense of Alex, it actually showed me what real friendship was. I used to think I had a lot of friends at the time, but maybe it was forced, just like my groups. Uh, you know, Alex asked nobody to defend him, but all the Laser Nation and Boneheads were right there, and that was, as Matt Wazell said in um, Intruder in the Laser Lounge in episode 30. He had a short thing in the beginning talking about how proud he was and how that was inspiring, and it was inspiring that everyone came to uh, this one guy, his defense, without him even asking. And to me, that's like true friendship, and that's what I have now. And it's like, and a lot of these guys that uh, didn't really know me at the time. They just knew of the incident. Realized I'm not that bad of a guy. What did Cosmic Creeper say? A big misunderstanding, which it turned out to be, and now we can all agree that Mahoney is a really cool G. Mahoney is Mahoney, and that's what it was. It was just a big misunderstanding, but it wasn't helped on my part by not letting you guys speak your mind about what had happened. That was on me. A lot of that was me. Um, letting my admins know at the time to just ban anybody that was starting what I call BS at the time, but it wasn't BS. It was a mistake that people were trying to let me know, and I didn't want to hear it. So, trying to see if anybody's here. Uh, I think we might be having someone coming in soon. See if Mr. Christian got it. Anybody hear you? Think someone's coming on. Hey, what's up?
Hola, not a lot, man.
So I've been talking for about 5-6 minutes, but
Mm.
Johnny Gore is on his way soon.
Oh, awesome.
Um,
Cool.
Cody said he'll try to pop in if he can.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Nathan got his. I messaged Cosmic,
There we go. Yeah, probably.
so I don't have Dave
Hopefully.
Z or Alex on my page anymore, so I
Yeah.
couldn't mess with them. But
Dave is pretty much weekends only now with his work schedule and family thing, so
yeah,
yeah, he wouldn't be able to make it on.
yeah,
I just got done getting dinner for the kids and everything. The wife was working late tonight. Checked my
yeah,
messenger. I was like, whoa, I got to get on there.
yeah. I got uh, the the setup, but I didn't know how to really run anything on the
Yeah.
StreamYard. I did it on my own because I still have a StreamYard account, but
Yeah.
it's it has like nothing. Like I can't do any cues or anything. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, it was born in Banana. This was born in Banana Laser, so I'm gonna go right to the Banana Laser page.
Hell yeah, might as well.
Yeah, but yeah, so I was just giving if anybody watching it later, I was giving people kind of a rundown on like how this all started, and uh, I was actually telling people they were right when they called it a cult because a lot of people didn't know, but I had an obsession with the Manson family cult at the time. And I actually still do. Like a lot of people, when people bring up Manson, I feel like I'm like one of the foremost experts because I like did so much research when I was younger. So it was so funny. I was re-listening to episode 31, the Tale of Two Fathers, and Dave Z quoted, "It's kind of like a cult," and I was like, "Oh shit, he pegged me right away."
Yep.
I was running with like a cult like status in a way. So.
Oh yeah, I remember it, man. It gave us some really good episodes of Banana Laser too.
Yeah, and I was just saying that too. I was like, for the first while, like, I was being cracked on and well deserved. But like after a while, when we all started getting along, I remember Dave Z messaging me and saying like, "Hey, like, is it cool we continue the Mahoney things like as kind of a character now?" And I was like, "Sure." Like, I felt like almost like Jay and Silent Bob. Jay and Silent Bob
Yeah.
had their comic book characters and then themselves like in Strike Back. So it's like, yeah, sure. Like, so Mahoney became kind of a staple on the show,
Hmm.
even after uh, even after all things were all settled.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember it well. Yeah, you went Father Mahoney and oh yeah, and then I mean it was a big, huge freaking thing, on that small podcast for a while because it was turmoil and it was just it like
Yeah,
came from nowhere and then I can't remember there were several people that jumped in with it and it got a lot of talk, and it was so much fun. Made so many good episodes.
yeah,
Yeah. I cannot remember the one. One of my was it. If you go to Father Mahoney's or Father Mahoney comes over, don't drink the Kool Aid or something like
yeah,
that. I
yeah.
can't remember what
Drinking
it
the Kool Aid.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, and then we all wound up being friends later.
yeah, and what's
And
funny is Dave, he also mentioned how he tried to keep the peace, and he stayed on my groups. He
yeah,
goes for the because it made terrific content for his
yeah,
upcoming shows. I always
yeah,
wondered how he
yeah,
got more content, and I'm like, how the fuck does he all
yeah.
know this?
Yeah, Matt was always like, "Yeah, our little spy, Dave Z." Yeah,
I remember the episode where it was like the Hollywood, the sorry, the holiday special at the end of the year, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like the one giving out the presents and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and what about the kick-ass song we got? Mahoney is my homie
Yep,
from
I was
Cosmic
just reviewing
Cougars.
that too.
Oh
I
yeah.
said, what did Cosmic say? A big misunderstanding was turned out to be, and now we can all agree that Mahoney's a really cool G.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It was it was awesome. And I mean that's just great because it shows how people can be. Like
yeah,
people don't agree on things and we can butt heads, but then later on we're all friends. And I mean, hell, now look, me and you are on the same network, Dog Nut
yeah,
Media.
yeah.
You know,
And
podcasting.
I was actually going to credit the guys from uh, Laser Nation and Boneheads because I
Mm-hmm.
have the Father Mahoney moniker still. I go by Father Mahoney, and I
Yeah.
carry it proud. And also, Father Mahoney's House of Horrors kind of came out of what Dave Z said on the show when he said, not only does Mahoney have a Friday the 13th group, he has a Halloween group, he has a Saw Texas Chainsaw group. And he goes, he has like I think it was quoted, he has a house of groups.
Yeah.
And that was what stuck to me. Father Mahoney's House of
Yeah.
Horrors.
Man.
That's kind of how that kind of came to be with that show originally.
Yeah. Yeah. How many groups did you have at one time? I know you had several
And one,
going.
well, I probably still have about the same amount right now.
Yeah.
And here's the funniest thing is like, remember when Matt Wazell was going? No, it wasn't Matt Wazell. It was Dave Sealer going down the list of all my admins and the
Yeah.
different stages, like the
Oh,
the
yeah.
owners,
Let,
the different I, how that came to be was, we used to greet everybody, well, welcome campers, blah blah blah. So I'm like, well, if they're the campers, who are we? So I was like, well, I'm the owner because I created the group, and then it's kind of spiraled out of control with everybody wanting their own title.
yeah.
So I was like, that's how that actually ended up turning out to be like head counselor, this counselor, that counselor, because everybody wanted their own title. And even at one point, I stood back and I was like, these are fucking ridiculous. All I wanted to be was the owner because I created it, but
Yeah.
now, now everybody wants their own title. So, and
Yeah.
here's the funniest part: is there's still like 6 or 7 admins that are on that group that were on that group back then too.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
I've had to change their whole thinking. I got rid of the whole
Oh
your
my
head
gosh.
counselor, you're this. I got rid of the demandments, as
Yeah.
Dave called them, the rules.
I remember you had some of them too, like you remember the rules, the big list of
Yeah,
rules. That was a hilarious episode of Banana
yeah, that
Laser. But
was
you had
hilarious
some
when
you had
Wizell was going down the
yeah.
list of
Well, you
rules.
had some admins back then, like you could just say, "I didn't like this film. I thought it was a piece of shit." Bam, you'd be gone.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
hold on
like
one second.
yeah, I'm keeping. I don't know how many people we could have on Facebook Lives at once, so I'm keeping it. I haven't done Facebook Live in forever.
Oh,
So
this is my first Facebook Live.
yeah, I used to do this a lot when I was when Facebook was like just got their live option,
Yeah.
but you know I figured this was the easier way because like I
Yeah.
said, I'm not really skilled in
Oh
StreamYard
yeah.
and
Oh yeah. And I mean, the last minute thing, with Poe
yeah,
and everybody, because man,
yeah. I
every
messaged
we're
Poe and
all
he
busy.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. He was busy. Like, he no problem, man. But
Yeah.
like
Now,
I found a way. So
now don't forget too. Cody has producer
yeah,
ties
but
in
he
too
said he wasn't
sometimes.
going to be able to like stay.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
like he
Yeah,
has the
because
invite to this, but
today's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday.
yeah, he has his
Let's
kids
see,
today.
man. Yep, he's got his kids today. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
too. But I got everybody fed, got everything done. I checked it and thought, okay, it's a go. So I was able to run down real quick.
but yeah, so yeah, the as Cody used to call them, the demandments, the rules.
Hmm.
I updated those. Like I realized that I still had them about a year ago. They just weren't on like the featured area. It
Yeah.
was, but if I searched it, I wouldn't. I was like, holy shit! I still have the rules.
Yeah. And you had some
Cody's like, you should
moderators
have
like
kept those around. Those were
if
great.
you got in like a just I mean like just a discussion, and it didn't even have to be a heated discussion. Bloop, you were gone. It's like, what the
Yeah,
hell,
yeah.
you know?
But no, the funniest one was rule number 19, when Dave was talking about there's no discussing Jason versus, and I thought to myself, did
I
I just
forgot
like
about that one.
cancel out Jason versus Freddy versus Jason?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh, I
But yeah, I
remember
look back
that
at
one.
the
Yeah.
yeah, I listened to the Tale of Two Fathers again yesterday to kind of catch up what I was going to talk about today, and God, they pegged me on every friggin' thing, and
Oh, dude, they stayed on you like a dog tick on a hound. You
yeah,
know, and it made really great content for a while. And then
yeah,
when we all became friends, it was awesome because I was just I was a really good member of Banana Laser. I wasn't podcasting or anything back
yeah,
then.
yeah.
And
We were, I think we were all members at that time,
yeah, and
but I think it was 2017. Me and Cody been friends since like the whole thing. Like
yeah,
Cody was one of those ones that he was against me, but he also like understood like hey, this guy maybe he's not that bad, you know.
yeah.
So I was still talking to Cody at the time. I was
Oh,
reserved because I was like, well,
see,
Cody's one of them.
and I had just got into because Cody'd been preaching to me to listen to Banana Laser. I'd never been on like podcasts. I'm like, dude, that's not my thing, you know. Cody's like,
Yeah,
dude, you got to start listening to Banana Laser. It's awesome. And man, I usually pop my earbuds in because I was doing industrial maintenance back then. And
yeah,
our guy that usually took care of the air conditioner units was he got hurt. I forgot. Oh yeah, he damn near broke his neck. Like a tree stand broke. And he was like a 50, 55, 60 year old man.
yeah,
Fell and almost broke his neck and broke his shoulder. I mean, he landed on his head whenever the tree stand broke. So I had to take over his role. So I was upstairs by myself, second shift, popped in my earbuds, and no, I take that. Well, they were earbuds, but this is how long ago it was. They were wired earbuds. You had to plug them into your phone. So yeah,
yeah,
uh, so I'd pop them in, and I finally started listening to Banana Laser. And from the first episode,
yeah,
I was hooked.
yeah,
And then, I mean, and it wasn't long. I mean, I'd only listened to like I don't know, maybe half a dozen episodes, and Mahoneygate started. And I do gotta agree, we all did not like you at first. You
yeah.
know,
No,
it
no.
was
I
like,
listened to
what
all
in
the
the
phone.
hell?
Remember they had all the phone calls.
Yeah.
And it was there was I believe you were on there. There was
Hmm.
Cody was on there. Uh, at that time, I guess they blamed me for Johnny Gore's group getting banned. That was not me.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Me and Johnny talked
I
about that.
remember
But
that episode because, dude, because I just got into Banana Laser and freaking oh crap, I cannot think. Dave Z. Dave Z sounded so much like Joe Pesci.
yeah,
And all I'm seeing whenever Dave Z is talking is, this fucking Mahoney. Who does he think he is? I can just
yeah,
see Joe Pesci in the back of my mind. you
yeah,
know, and oh,
yeah.
it
Oh,
was great.
Dave had he had a hilarious Mahoney voice.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Yes, he did. I can't
and
even.
then
I'm not even going
it
to try to
spelled
impersonate it.
no. And even it spilled over to Skeleton Crew was starting to do some episodes here and there
Yes.
of mention, and I've been good friends with Jamie Salmons ever since too. But
Yep.
yeah,
Is their
but
show still going
uh,
or?
I think they're doing it's a version of Skeleton Crew, but they do get together every
Okay.
so often. It's Alex, Jamie, and Dave, I
Okay.
believe.
And I know Jamie and her husband had one. What was it?
Yeah,
The
I remember.
the ABCs of hidden horrors or
Yeah,
something like that. I don't.
yeah.
Did they ever finish those or?
I don't know if they're still doing those right now,
Yeah.
but every once in a while, Dave has his other show, Exploding Heads, still doing.
Yeah.
But from what Cody told me, that they finished up, they're just airing episodes that they haven't put on YouTube yet.
Ah, gotcha.
Because I believe either Christian or Brandon, I think it's Brandon's not part of it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Man, I love Dave, but after After Brandon quit it, I just, man, I couldn't hang on.
Yeah.
Uh, I loved the show, but yeah, I had to quit watching and listening. And another thing, I just don't have time anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I work in a shop, so I can pop my earbuds in, and I've got a little bit different job now than what I used to. But so I can listen a lot, but usually all of our content takes my time now, from Dog Nut Media. So,
Yeah.
because I do like to listen to my own show just to, because I'm kind of my worst own, critic
Yeah.
and try to critique it a
We
little
all we
bit
all are.
and try to make it a better show and come up with better ideas, when I
No,
can.
no, we all
And
are, and that's what I was going to get to. In 2017, Cody messaged me, and he said, "Hey, we should do a podcast, like me and you."
hmm
And I was so like not sure of it, not because it was Cody, it was just because I wasn't sure of my abilities.
yeah,
And I've always been a good talker, but when it came to like doing about like a particular episode, I would not always stay on topic. So uh, I reached out to the guys. I reached out to Dave Z, Alex, Matt Wazell, and I asked them for like some. You guys give me some like pointers, and all three, they had their own different views, but all three agreed on one thing: go out and be yourself.
exactly, exactly,
And so,
dude.
I credit
And
them for like giving me the courage to
and
actually
and talking
start
about being
on.
yourself, I will never forget.
Oh
I'm sitting
Jesus!
in the cafeteria at work, and they always got the news playing in the background, and the cafeteria is full. Everybody's on break, and I look up. This is when I worked for Briggs and Stratton, the big factory. I mean, there's at least 500 people in this cafeteria at this time. Taking their.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it's the lunch break or just the regular break. I was in maintenance, and I look up, and I see on the news that Bruins guy,
Oh
and I'm
jeez.
like, "Holy shit, that's Father fucking Mahoney!"
Yeah.
I will never forget that.
Me and Cody actually were gonna do an episode like if we had started a podcast, and we never did, but we were gonna do a mock episode of uh, Banana Laser,
Yeah. Oh,
and
that
I
would have
was
been fun.
gonna be Dave Z. I said, wouldn't that be a turn?
Dude, we and Cody, I don't know if he's ever told you, but we were going to start doing a podcast. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. Back then, I live out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I'm like farther out in the woods than Cody is. My internet was shit. I couldn't do anything. The best thing I could get was HughesNet. You can't podcast stream anything from that. So
Yeah.
I was having to go to Cody's house to do this. So all of us were in the same cabin in the woods, and I think that was what we agreed the name was going to be. Uh, the Cabin in the Woods, but not that shitty movie, is I think was going to be our
Yeah.
podcast name. Uh, but so we've actually Cody's got a shit ton of dialogue that we recorded, and actually we got Dave Z to come on as special guest with us, and we were trying to
Hey,
do
we got
skits like Banana
Johnny
Laser
Gore in the
did,
chat.
and awesome. Hell, tell him to go live.
Yeah, click on that live button. Let me see if I
Yep.
can invite him.
Yeah, click on the live button, Johnny Gore. You can come on with us.
Yeah, I just
And
invited him.
so we've got a lot, but our biggest thing is I think it was to see, yeah, it was the year the tall man passed away, and then my dad was shortly after that. So yeah, it's
I sent you an
2016,
invite, Johnny.
and sadly, Cody still has not went through and edited all of that, all of the footage we
Here he
got.
comes.
Hey, there's Johnny Gore.
Yeah.
Hey,
Man,
hey, you just missed it. I mentioned to you about like we were talking about the old episodes of Banana Laser, and one of the episodes, I believe it was Dave who accused me of getting rid of one of your groups
Oh
band,
yeah.
and that was not me. I came on as confession that wasn't me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. That was the that was that Friday the 13th group.
hmm
yeah,
yeah,
oh, he was just talking about when Travis was trying to get into podcasting with Cody. What was
yeah.
the rest of the story, Travis?
Oh yeah, we've got I don't know how many hours. I know we went through Phantasm, Phantasm 2, and I think we started 3. And I'm talking, dude, it was like God, I know Phantasm 1, we've probably got 5, 6, 7 hours that Cody still hasn't got through and edited everything. And that's not including the skits. We got Dave Z to come on and do skits with us.
Oh,
And
geez.
yeah, we oh, and it's horrible. It's horrible. God no, we were so young when we done that, but it was pretty wild. But just looking back at everything, it was 10 years since Mahoneygate started, and it's like, holy crap, where his time went.
I know. We're all old fuckers now.
I know, but man, we've made so many friends along the way from that one special podcast, Banana Laser. It's just,
Yep.
it's
Yeah, I believe
amazing.
the first episode that mentioned me was actually episode 30, uh, Intruder in the Laser Launch. And Matt Wazell started out with the opening talking about how he was proud that all the lasers and the boneheads came together
Yep.
to go against this evil Mahoney.
Yeah, if I remember, that's when you got the Father Mahoney status.
Yes,
When they started.
I believe Dave Z was quoted on saying something. What does he think he is, the father of all horror?
Yeah,
And I think that's how the father name came about.
yeah. And I can't
So,
remember. It might have been Matt or David. Is like, yeah, don't drink his Kool Aid. You know, it's literally.
a lot of people don't realize I had a short-lived podcast called "Drinking the Kool-Aid." It was, I was capitalizing on that. I think I did like 2 or 3 episodes, and
Oh hell yeah, you got to.
they were on Facebook Live. I'll have to look at my old page though, because this page has only been up for like 3 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how the Father Mahoney's House of Horrors came about. I started doing after I talked to Dave, Alex, and Matt about doing my own show. I experimented on my own page, just me and talking about movies, and I would send them the finished copy, asking for like what could I do better, blah blah blah. And so finally when I went to that evil network, RIR. The Father Mahoney thing kind of came about, and now we're on Dognet Media. So
Yep. Yeah, and I got to say, Dognut Media is such a nice network to be a part of too.
yeah,
It's no low to zero drama, which is a huge thing, and it's more like a brotherhood really than a network really.
yeah.
You know.
Who knew years later that we all be friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
All from a Friday the 13th reference.
yeah, yeah. And you know what? Alex had me pegged when he said about why I was so offended at that, because at the time I was married and my wife did have a disability.
Yeah.
So that was like a trigger point for me, and it wasn't so much what he said; it was just the fact that Knock was playing a handicapped patient.
Yeah.
But I look back on that now, I'm like, it was a fucking character, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and yeah, Mark did kind of like he put himself in that position. I'm gonna bang this chick, but where was he at? He was on the fucking other side of the main camp. So you put yourself there as a handicapped person. So I guess he got what he got. But
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that episode of Skeleton Crew. Was it Skeleton Crew or was it the Banana Laser that he was on when he said it? I can't remember. They all kind of run together. The ones where Alex
This whole
special
film.
guest on with Banana Laser, and
yeah, it was skeleton.
he was like, "I've offended the hell out of this guy, and I really don't know what the hell I said." Yeah.
Yeah.
But my God, we got some great episodes and content from that little skirmish. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I wish these guys would like maybe bring back some of these
Be right
characters and
back.
do some new material on them. Like I remember there was Darnell. There was who was the other one?
Oh my gosh, yes,
The one with
Darnell.
8 million groups, like a lot more than mine.
Oh shit, what was his name?
Montgomery.
Scott McDonald.
Yes,
Montgomery. Yeah.
Montgomery.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about doing an episode where I would play Mahoney and I would have Alex play Montgomery. And we to get someone to play Darnell and do like a whole like an offspring of the banana laser enemies. But no, those were good times. I mean, even I look back now and I listened to episode 31 yesterday, Tale of Two Fathers, and I was just laughing my ass off. And I'm thinking to myself, how that so spiraled out of control. Like mostly that was my fault. I can take that. But I was telling um, Travis earlier that Dave had me pegged when they called it a cult because I was telling Travis that I grew up like obsessed with the Manson family. A lot of people don't know this. I did in high school. I did my report on the Manson family. I used to like I used to go to different libraries to look up books on the Manson family. Like I wanted to know what made Charlie tick. I wanted to know how he got all these people to follow him. And I'm sitting there going, is that what I fucking did too? I had all these people, like all these admins and moderators, like glued into everything I was doing, and they were doing the same thing. So isn't that a cult?
A cyber cult.
Yeah.
Father Mahoney's
You
cyber
know,
cult.
I was telling Trav that a lot of those admins are still on my group. Well, now it's called Friday the 13th alumni. It was Camp Crystal Lake alumni back then.
I see
But
Cody's watching. Cody, click the live button and
oh
join
yeah,
us.
wait, I see him. Okay, I just added him. So it's too bad someone couldn't reach Alex or Dave Zeitz. You're never gonna reach Wazal though.
Hola, my friend.
Well, I did send an invite to Jamie Salmons though. So who knows if she's around right now? But
Yeah, no telling. Uh-oh.
is
Cody, can you hear us?
Right whenever I
Oh, there he
joined,
goes.
my earbud kicked off. I can just hear you through my phone right now. Let's see what's up with that.
Okay, gotcha.
yeah,
We
yeah,
can
we were
hear
just we were just recapping the 10 years and how it all started, and Tale of Two Fathers, Intruder at the Laser Lounge. How Wazell had a speech about how all the lasers and the boneheads came together.
I
What do
forgot
you
about that one.
remember, Cody?
Oh wow, that I mean,
Loaded question.
you could not describe that era as anything but epic.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Some of the best damn podcasting material I've ever listened to.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
there was nothing like it, really.
Yeah.
yeah. Always duplicated, never replicated, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Never,
Oh,
it's never
gosh.
going to happen again.
Yeah, and there was a time, Banana Laser was kicking out a show there for a while, one every week, weren't they? If I remember right.
Yeah.
I was like, man. And now since I do it, I'm like, how the hell did those guys do that? It's like, holy smokes. I do good, which I've got 5 kids too. So I mean,
Lightning in
I do
a
good to
bottle.
watch
Lightning in a bottle.
our 1 or 2 movies and then do a review, you know. And
Yeah,
they
and then
had
they had to
skits.
do all that editing too. They had a
Yeah.
ton of editing they did.
I can see why Wazell burned out so fast, and I don't even do any editing or anything for our shows. I show up, drink beer, and talk, and that's about it. Which I do my research and my homework and make notes. But yeah, I couldn't imagine if it was pre-recorded and all the editing. All of our shows are live, so I'm surprised
Yeah.
Poe hasn't made a bleep out button yet on us though.
Yeah.
We'll probably be the first show to get edited or moderated on Rumble the way we go sometimes.
Well, we'll break Rumble eventually. We're working at it.
YouTube's already kicked us out, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah, well, you guys were on like 2 weeks ago on YouTube. I think Poe accidentally hit that option.
Started posting them on YouTube again. So
Oh, really? Cool. Yeah, we'll take it.
Hey, we'll we'll reach out across the divide, this divided nation, this divided world, and the Backwoods Horror Show will unite everyone or
Oh
piss
hell
them
yeah.
all off. I
The
mean,
the
I'm
the
voting
back
for the
the
latter, but
hell yeah. The Backswood Horror Show will build back better. Oh wait a minute, that's not going too well. Never mind. Let's do another slogan.
Slowly. But I guess we can all agree that Mahoney's a really cool G, right?
Oh hell yeah. We 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 thought you were a straight up asshole
I
until
hear he wears
we got to
unwashed
know you. All
leader.
No,
right.
no, I was telling Trav before you two joined that I remember hearing those phone calls. They opened up the phone lines and everybody would leave messages how much of an asshole Mahoney was, and I was like,
Oh
Well,
God, the secret Friday the 13th group, aka the Mahoneygate group. That
yeah.
was absolutely classic. Some of the damn memes that the Banana Laser group came up with. Oh my God, I felt bad about it. I felt bad about it even. That's a statement.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
even
the only time that I ever really got like shocked when I was listening to some of these shows was the Hollywood episode when they actually pulled my video from YouTube about my family get together, my real family get together, and I was like, they did not just go there.
I forgot about that one.
That was the only one. That one a little upset me, just because those are like, that's my family. Like, pick on me all you want, but like, I was like, no, they're showing my fucking Christmas tree.
That's why I love our old buddy who runs the network that we used to do a show on is pretty upset over something some other guys that used to be on his network are riveting at him, and he has no idea what Father Mahoney had to endure back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that ain't
no,
no
I
shit.
remember him saying on one of his shows they were talking about. This was recently, maybe about a year ago, about Father Mahoney, and someone asked him, "How the hell did he come up with that stupid name, Father?" Anyways, and his answer was, "Oh, it was that movie, the one with Donald Pleasant. He played the priest."
Yeah, Peppermint.
Yeah, and
They
I
had
remember
no
at the end, the
idea.
girl goes, "Father."
You
That
didn't
was
come
his
up with that
answer.
name. It was
Yeah,
given to you.
that was his answer, and I'm like, "Are you fucking
Well,
retarded?"
in his defense, he was kind of out of that group. He'd already been booted by the
Yeah.
time that Mahoneygate and everything happened. So it would
Yeah.
make sense that he wasn't
Yeah,
understanding,
but I
even
think I
though
told
me
that.
and Trav
I
had
think I
told
told him.
him about it, and he does. Apparently, he didn't listen to any of us about anything. So,
Yeah.
No.
Well, a couple of the Mahoney, Father Mahoney shows, I had mentioned about how it got the name. So, like, maybe he just wasn't listening, or I don't know. But,
Probably not.
anyways,
Oh my gosh.
he was the only one not part of the cool Mahoneygate area.
how
And then
cool would have it been? Not only had you guys could have been like a tag team duo in the Laser Lounge. You could have had Michael J. and Father Mahoney. You know,
Oh,
you
Jesus.
guys could have been like the two cops from Halloween 5.
The Keystone Cops.
Hey, well, it it would have had to always been an Extreme Rules match though, because I mean the only way Mike could have been in there if he had his arm crutches with him. So it would always had to be an Extreme Rules match. So.
Foreign objects.
Oh, shit. But, yeah, what else can I say about Mahoneygate? Well, we got a cool song out of it, too.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
Cosmic
Yeah,
yeah.
Creepers,
I
Mahoney is my homie.
He has a invite, but I don't think he knew what time I was going on, so he probably
Yeah,
isn't even like on right now. But
may not be. Thursday is a busy day for a lot of folks. So.
yeah, Yeah, well,
Yeah.
this was so thrown together at last minute. I even messaged Poe and I was like, I know this is last minute, blah blah blah, but he had messaged me like an hour ago that he couldn't do it, so
Oh
I
man.
kind of
Yeah.
I originally tried to set up a stream yard. You guys probably all got the invite, but
Yep.
I have no like powers or anything. I have no cool things I could do. So I was like, let's just bring it back to where it all started. Banana Laser page.
Hell yeah.
Exactly,
That's where it needs
and
to be anyway.
that's yeah, exactly. Trav, you said it right there. I mean, no better place for the 10th
Yeah.
anniversary of Mahoneygate.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
best
Now all
wrestling page ever had.
yep. But yeah,
Yeah.
now this will be always on replay. You know, anybody that goes to Banana Laser that posts anything, they're gonna see this, so they can kind of check.
Oh man.
Even some of the newer laser guys who maybe not know the story, they can
Yeah.
kind of relive it through what we're talking about.
I hate to admit it, but man, I was like one of the biggest Banana Laser fanboys there was back in the day, and I have not visited that page in forever. I will now, though. I just need to thumb through it.
Yeah. Oh, if you enter the name Mahoney on it, you'll see some great content from 2014.
Oh yeah. Oh
I
man,
was
and then
scrolling. I was like, oh my god, these guys fucking hated me back then.
This you got to think about this era in podcasting though. Back around then, it was basically the Wild West
yes,
of the
it was
podcasting era.
raw and uncut. Yes,
Oh
it
yeah,
was.
Bad Dave, man. Bad Dave, you know.
Hell
Yep.
yeah,
Those guys.
man.
yeah,
They had it going on before podcasting was cool. They really
yeah.
did.
But I mean, both shows did. The Skeleton Crew was amazing too,
Oh yeah.
and
Definitely pioneers in
yeah,
Yep.
the genre,
yeah.
without a
Oh
doubt.
yeah.
We're all podcasters ourselves, but we're far behind the game.
I tell you what though, what's crazy is I see some of these podcasters that are making a living doing this, and I'm like, they don't have half the game
Yeah.
that Banana Laser and
No,
Skeleton Crew do, and they're making a living doing it. How the hell is that happening? We should have.
Hey,
I mean,
some of them
Dave Z,
making seven
Wazell, and
figures a
Alex
year doing it.
should be doing this for a living. They really should. They had the talent. Wazell was great at
yeah,
editing.
Oh,
making
just the perfect
skits,
storm.
and-
Not trying to wax the star too much, but Lizelle, he was a great on the mic, great radio personality, and just a producing wizard. There's a reason they call
Yeah.
him Lizelle the Wizard.
And then with them two together was the perfect podcast right there.
Yeah,
I just
and Dave, like I said, Dave Z
Yeah.
always had that gift of gab.
just the simple guy set it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, and then
Look at me, I'm just
once
a
they
simple
added
guy.
our boy Alex
Funny
Edwards into it, I mean, that's when the show really skyrocketed.
yeah.
Third wheel Alex, yeah, that's
Third
what I used to call him.
Will Alex, yeah.
Why do I
But,
feel responsible for Alex joining this too?
But really, those guys were some of the first podcasters to really,
Yep.
in my opinion, represent, people, horror fans, well, I hate to say, but of our rapidly aging demographic.
I'll drink to that one.
Yeah. What did Matt always say? Welcome to Banana Laser. I'm Matt Wazell, if you're nasty.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. I miss Banana Laser so bad.
Yeah. I know that the Skeleton Crew still does an occasional show here and there.
I'm
Alex,
behind on
actually,
their shows.
Alex has a new show. They're doing Dead Man's Party, where they're reviewing not horror movies, but 80s a lot of 80s action flicks and stuff. Just great 80s and 90s movies. But it's been great so far. He's got the Ghoul Under Your Bed. I don't know if you guys remember him from Skeleton Crew.
What was?
Yeah, he's on it, and Chris, aka Scott, for any of you Exploding Heads fans. He and those guys. It's like a rebirth of the Skeleton Crew. Not that I would trade Dave Z and Jamie Jenkins for anything. Even the old Michael J stuff. I'll go ahead and say it. I love that too. But yeah, that they Alex has done it again. Been able to breathe a breath of fresh air
Well,
into podcasting,
you're not
and
gonna give
they're
any
just
credit to
having
Dave.
fun and doing what they should be doing. Just doing it for fun, doing it for the hell of it.
What? You're not gonna give any credit to Dan Chase?
Oh, shit! I honestly do apologize for that. 'Cause Dan was an integral part of the Skeleton Crew as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
everybody that was involved, that show was. I mean, it was a variety show. I mean, even switching out hosts, everybody that was involved brought something to the table, and then like I said, it even Skeleton Crew basically spawned Banana Laser, and there would be no Banana Laser without Skeleton Crew. And then when Alex joined Banana Laser, I mean it, for a podcasting nerd, that was kind of like a dream come true. We had all these guys, and that's the thing about podcasting. It's so personal. It's not like watching a sitcom or something.
Oh yeah.
Podcast, which that was the first thing that drew me. And whenever I first discovered the Skeleton Crew, there were all these people to interact with. I mean, not just the other people watching and involved in the Facebook groups and whatnot, but the hosts. That they were just average guys like the rest of us, guys and gals. Sorry, but it created really something special, and they were one of the first people to do it, first groups to do it rather, and hats off to them, and look now we're Skeleton Crew's been around for what 12 years now, and Mahoneygate turns 10, and we're still talking about it. So that has to speak for something there.
That speaks volumes.
No joke. Oh yeah.
And we've met all these people, not just including everybody in the group. Of course, me and Trav have known each other. Anybody who's watched Backwoods Horror Show knows that we've known each other most of our lives. But everybody else in this group, so many people that we've been friends with and still talk to on a regular basis for over a decade. It's because of this little podcast that these guys put together.
Yep. I mean, we even had, Johnny, have you been on Backwoods, or was that the other network we were on that time?
No, he was on when we did the thing show.
I thought it was Backwoods.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, I was about to say, we've had Mahoney on, Johnny, and multiple other friends.
Yeah, and I've had Johnny on when I had Father Mahoney's House of Horrors. We did Halloween 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We've been doing Backwoods long enough. It's hard for me to distinguish what episodes were Backwoods and what episodes were from that other network, the Hemorrhoided Rabbit.
We got some comments in here. Whiter wants to know why y'all so ugly.
I hung out with him too long.
I was born that way.
Hell is froze over. Hell is froze over right now, folks, because this gentleman, me and Trav both know, and he is sworn in a blood oath to never watch or listen to any of our podcasts.
Well, he has now. It's just a live stream podcast, by God.
Well, hello, Mr. Steven, Mr. Banana Laser, comrade. How are you doing?
Oh, don't get him started,
We are
Rob.
on the Banana Laser Network, so we are Banana Laser royalty here. So, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we were.
No, I was telling
beginning.
Trav earlier, Cody, that there was a time, I think it was 2017, 2018. I was going to put together a show where we would play characters of Banana Laser, and I was going to play Dave Z. And it never came to fruition, but like I would have loved to do like a Mahoney mocking Banana Laser now.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
could
Cody.
you could play Alex if you want, Cody.
No, I'll pass. There's only one Alex.
Yeah.
Cody,
Or maybe we could do like the three enemies of the Banana Laser: Montgomery, Mahoney, and Darnell.
oh my gosh, and Montgomery. I mean, like Mahoneygate had just started sliding downhill, and all of a
Who
sudden they're
doesn't
like
miss the Montgomery Minute?
Montgomery. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's
Like
Montgomery Minute. Yeah.
you would get a freaking. How many pages did that guy have? My God, though.
I thought I had a lot of pages, Travis. This guy crushed me. He
Oh
had
God!
like
Every day I'd wake up, and for a while it was like I was added to 50 new groups.
Yeah,
dude,
he
I got
had to have people working
I
for
got
him
invited
creating
to a
this
group
shit.
called Stormtrooper Love. I am not kidding you.
That's a
Stormtrooper
really bad late
Love.
70s porno. I'm sorry. That's,
I was like, I looked at his list. I was like, wow, this guy got me beat. But like, I have like 1/10 of his groups.
yeah, the groups he had.
Hey, now, Rob.
Holy shit.
Stormtroopers need loving too.
True.
Yeah, but
So,
well, hey, no, that ain't gonna work. They'll never.
but I have an
They'll
important
never
question for
procreate
everybody.
because stormtroopers can't hit nothing. So that would be a bad porno, wouldn't it?
I have a question for all of you.
What's that?
What is a banana laser?
I'm not doing
I
this
don't
again.
even know what that is.
Yeah, what the fuck that is? I don't know what that is.
Oh, I wished I would have thought about that reference. I would have had a big bottle of ketchup sitting right here behind me while we were catching.
Think about it. Think about it though.
Watch
Banana
this
laser has some interesting enemies besides me.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
such a short-lived too. I wish it was still going.
How many years
Yeah,
did
it's hard to
Banana
believe
Laser
that,
did?
yeah, it didn't last any longer than it did. I mean, it feels like it was a whole epic,
Oh my gosh. And dude, and like Cody was saying, you could identify with it, but like Banana Laser, they had the line, you could call them and talk to them. And they played a lot of it,
Yeah.
come up with questions or just phrases,
The
and they played it,
the
and it really identified with people.
the 2-year Bananiversary episode. I actually sent in. They actually asked me to do a small review on Friday the 13th Part 3, and no one expected. Like they said, there's a special guest coming later. No one expected it was going to be me as the special guest.
Yep.
They're like, can you believe Mahoney's going to be on Banana Laser? It's like,
Man.
yeah. So if anybody hasn't listened to that Bananiversary episode, that's a great one too, because that was an epic long one too.
Yes. And I remember
It's like 6 hours long, and I've probably listened to it at least 6 times. If that says
that last episode.
My
I
life's
was just
pathetic.
pulling in. I was working second shift, and I'm like, man, this podcast just keeps getting better and better. And then they announced it was going to be their last one, and I remember I just sat in my car for like 15 minutes before I walked in the house. I'm like, what? No. Because I mean, that was like I was waiting for them to drop a new one.
They were right in the middle of their series too.
Oh, I know.
It had the rolling to the 70s.
Yeah.
And they decided to pull the plug on the
we
show.
never got to get through the 70s.
Hey, we need to Code. We got to message him too about that shit. Hey, have y'all had a long enough break? You've been sitting on the park bench for how many years now? Finish your walk through the 70s for us at least, fuckers. Come on.
No, here's what we're going to do, Trav. I've already got this planned out. Matt Wazell has a restaurant very close to us, about an hour and a half away.
Yep.
I'm not going to say where, out of respect, but we'll just start going there and being regular patrons every day until he agrees to start doing Banana Laser again.
You can do like the Blues Brothers like shakedown.
We've
Hell yeah.
closed down. Me and Trav have closed down a lot of bars. Okay,
Pretty sure they serve alcohol there too, so we're on
Yeah.
game.
You remember the Blues Brothers when they kept harassing the what is it, the maitre d'
Yeah.
Yeah,
to come back to the group? That yeah,
I got
you're
it.
like, if you guys don't finish the 70s, me and Trav will come every single day for
Every day.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner
Oh man.
Yep.
until you
Sleep in
finish
the
that
parking lot, and as
70s.
soon as they open, stumbling there hungover. That
Yeah,
sounds
we'll
good.
have to
Hey,
put the burn down on that one.
then if that doesn't work, be like, all right, we're gonna have to pull this card, Matt. But if you don't start it back up, what? Me and Cody have been saving. We've got the plane ticket from Father Mahoney to come down and join us. Damn it, let's get it going.
But someday
We're going to be like the
mark my
Jay and
words.
Silent Bob of Nat's restaurant. Just hang
Mark
out
my
all
words,
front all
guys.
day.
I got right outside.
Wait a minute.
Mark my words, guys. One day we're gonna get the Banana Laser guys on one of our shows, and we're gonna do this shit properly.
Yeah,
Yes,
need
yes.
Gonna get their perspective of Mahoneygate.
we need to.
Yeah.
But that
Have the
being
whole
said,
crew on
it's
there.
great hearing from all you guys about it, and just that, like I said, 10 years later, well, it sounds kind of pathetic when I say it, but we're still talking about
Yeah,
It is,
just,
but
Yeah.
we're talking about it in a nicer light now, though.
it. Yeah, just a lot of good times, guys. Thanks a million, Father Mahoney, for putting this together at the last moment. Hopefully, we'll get some more people involved, and everyone, be sure and check out Backwoods Horror Show on Rumble, X, and YouTube sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And make sure you guys check out Johnny Sweet over at YouTube. He's always doing his movie review series, which I kind of stole
Yeah.
from you, by the way, Johnny. I kind of do I do Father Mahoney's movie review now. And, I will admit to that. I did not have anything to do with your group getting banned earlier in the Mahoneygate, but I will say that I stole your movie review series.
Johnny
That's all good, man.
Gore never sleeps. This guy right here, he is been putting out content steady
What is it?
for
What is
as
it,
long as I've known him.
420 episodes now?
Yeah, almost 10 years, man.
Yep.
Johnny,
Damn.
is it 420 episodes now?
Yeah, 421, 22 this week.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, and
Way
then
to go, Johnny.
also check out Mahoney Madhouse on YouTube, X, Dognut Media.
Oh yeah,
Check out
Backwoods
those guys.
Horror on Dognut Media as well. Dognut
And,
Media, look them up on Facebook. There's also a Backwoods Horror Show Facebook page. And when you're not doing that, if you go through our catalog, go back. Alex Edwards is so graciously posted. It's easy to find on Spotify or wherever great podcasts are found. He has posted pretty much the entire catalog of Banana Laser and Skeleton Crew shows, as well as his new Dead Man's Party show. So definitely check it out. Go back and go through the old catalog of Banana Laser and Skeleton Crew. You will not be disappointed if you haven't listened to all these shows. You need to listen to all of them, because especially if you're an 80s horror fan or just like sitting around drinking beer and bullshitting with your friends having a good time, you're going to enjoy this.
Oh, yeah.
And before we all go, I just want to say, guys, Mahoney will always be your homie. So
Damn right he will be.
Oh yeah.
All right. So thank you guys for jumping on last moment. I know this was all last second stuff, but
Oh, not a problem, man. I'm glad I could.
Bring back some good times, you know.
Tell you what, mark your calendar though. Next year we need to make a show on this.
Yeah, a show.
Yes.
11 years.
Yep.
Because
You never know.
Mahoneygate.
Maybe we can get a special guest to pop in for a few minutes.
Yeah. Mahoneygate will never die.
Nope.
Yep. And Banana Laser wins every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Banana Laser wins every time.
Banana Laser? I don't even know what that is.
Banana Razor, saying super shit.
But
Oh,
hey, much
so
love
many
to
great
the
shows.
Vanilla Laser guys. Watch this. Much love to you guys. Mahoney loves you, even though you hated me at one point. But I love you guys. I really do. So much love, guys. Thank you for
Yep.
joining.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah.